Hang on, let me do a control F. I'm pretty sure it's in there somewhere.
It is.
It is, because I think I was the one that wrote it in there.
Melora found some smut.
Yeah, I love you included. He tells Harrows, "What the fuck do you think you're doing? They're scared enough." Just like you're adding quotes.
Yep. I try to quote as much as I can.
All right. So, with that was a pretty good summary of what happened last time.
I don't see the Shrekkening, thank you.
Yes.
The moon was
yes. Yes.
Shrekkening!
The moon was 3/4 red last night, and the night before it was half. So tomorrow night's gonna be a bad time.
If we fucking make
I also have a fucking pen on my arm, which, yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, I put that in
You're
there
just like,
too.
so much happened. I
All
can't
right.
even.
So,
I never realized this document was shared, and now I'm reading through it, and it's so cool.
Oh my
You
gosh.
did pretty
You're
good
welcome.
notes. I'm impressed.
I feel like Nathan.
Chelsea
did you like?
made this and was like.
Why do you think I ask how to spell things all the time?
No, I knew you were making notes. I didn't know it was like a public thing. I thought it was like for your own thing, or like, oh, who was taking the notes? Can you tell us what you wrote down, Chelsea?
No,
right.
I haven't shared with everybody.
all right. So,
Yes.
welcome everyone to session 8 of the Final Flame, and we're gonna get things kicked off. Last time, like we already said, you guys fought a giant boar, a herd of deer were more dangerous than they seemed, and some 17-year-olds got smacked around a little bit, and aren't gonna get back.
Except for that one.
They're never coming back except number 5.
Yes, except number 5.
Number 5.
No, I can't hear audio echo from you, Nathan.
I hear someone kind of yelling something, but it's okay.
Oh, that's not me.
Okay.
Okay.
I
But-
don't
That
know
might
if
be
I need to
me.
mute myself while people are talking.
But we resume at 10 p.m. The siege of Logail is still underway.
The siege of Logail.
That's right.
Oh,
And-
yeah. Fuck.
Behind you, ever so slowly, amidst the cries of wounded people and the sounds of screaming animals, you all start to see smoke rising from the center of town.
Well,
Fuck.
Henry is pretty fucked up. Melrai is nowhere to be seen. And there we have the party. What would you like to do?
I kind of want to go, but I also want to point out I'm a little scared to leave this gate unarmed.
That's true.
Yeah.
There is one guard fit to stand watch here, and Fit is very kind as he just watched 3 of his compatriots jump off the battlements.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Yep. Yeah.
I missed that.
Wait,
Did I
Jump off?
Yeah. So when the
Why
boar,
did they do that
when the
again?
giant boar was attacking last time, it took a turn and it like gathered a lot of like air in its lungs, and then it screamed this unearthly scream that didn't seem like
That is
any sort
correct.
of animal could make, and it just scared everyone so much so that they just took their turn to run as far away and as quickly away as possible. And the straight line carried them right off the battlements, which was 40 feet in the air.
Ah.
Whoa. Whoa.
that's
like Oh my 28 God.
damage.
These are
Okay.
these are people, Nathan.
These
So-
are
Also, it's
These
They
are
have,
teenagers.
they have like 2 hit dice. Like it's not.
they aren't
Oh.
strong.
no, and that would be 3d6 damage. So, you know.
Okay, well,
Claire
like, I
is
feel
in
like
the center of the village, isn't she?
the smoke's coming from
Yeah, the Burgermeister,
Protect the smut at all costs.
the Burgermeister house is at the very center of the city. Yes.
I also need to get myself a defender because it got frightened.
Here's the thing.
Oh, that's
the
right.
Last time
Oh.
I ran away from the party didn't turn out so great. But the other thing is, if there's a fire, we might have to split up. Maybe.
Omniven, your steel defender, is returning to you now.
Oh, thank freaking God.
I was like halfway across the city. Okay, I feel like it would be more helpful for us to go towards this fire. I mean, can we? Are there still a shit of animals attacking all the rest of the gates?
So as you look around, you see that the guards on the battlements are still fighting hard. You can see farther down the street that there's some light skirmishing going on, but it doesn't seem like any massive amounts of animals are pouring in quite right now. It seems like with the defeat of the boar, that tide is kind of stemmed a little bit. Not stopped. The onslaught is still constant, but it's not as vicious as it was, and it seems like the residents of the town are fighting back and are succeeding.
I will join Melora.
Yeah, if we're going
Yeah, I'll
towards
go
That's
going towards the fire, I'll go with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys make your way through the carnage of the streets. Every once in a while, you'll see the remnants of an animal, the carcass of a few deer here, some soldiers there. Once, you're pretty sure you saw a rabbit gnawing at the throat of a young 17-year-old boy.
Great.
And after it screamed at you, it ran away. But you make your way to the center of town, and as you get there, is everyone in roll 20 right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see the scene.
It is a sad sight.
You see the scene in front of you as several buildings in the main square have been lit alight and are burning slowly, including the Burgermeister's house, where you know Clarice to be.
Do we see anyone like responding, like trying to put out the fire?
You see a few soldiers trying to like form bucket lines, but for the most part,
Okay.
people are busy fighting throughout the rest of the city.
Ooh. Are there any like large sources of water that people are trying to get together?
Oh Jesus!
Give me a perception check, Nathan.
Okay.
I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen.
It's a sound, so if you get advantage on that, you do that
No.
thing. Okay.
That's smelling.
Okay.
Hell yeah! I got an unnatural 20.
A natural 20. So you hear from about 2 blocks away, you hear the sound of pounding, and you round the corner real quick, and you see 2 guards trying to unpry boards from the top of a well. It seems like they're trying to gain access to it to start pulling water buckets. But it has
I would
been
like to.
boarded up.
Oh, okay. I'd like to get to it. Break it the fuck down.
Roll me a strength check quick. It's
Oh.
going to be pretty
Easy
easy for you.
skills.
Yes, easy.
Like,
skills.
Yeah.
is this something that would normally be boarded up, or does it look like
So
someone purposefully did this to prevent access to water?
So Melrai would have told you the reason he was here earlier. Basically, under the former Burgermeisters, they poisoned the poorer parts of the city
Right.
to try to kill off some townsfolk. And so these wells are actually poisoned and have been corrupted, and they don't know of a way to salvage them. So they've been using river water as the main source of water, but to put out fires, the soldiers are thinking that this might be, viable.
Got it.
Let's see.
Oof. Well, I rolled an 11.
Okay. With your Loxodon and basically your ability to count as a size larger for carrying capacity and lifting, you are able to get under the lip of the wooden coverings with the soldiers, and with a mighty heave, you and the 2 young men throw off the well covering, taking some nails and mortar with it. But they both start lowering buckets, and they'll hand 2 to you, and they'll be like, "We'll keep going, you go." Nathan, they only have 5 buckets, and they are buckets.
So I can't
God.
reach far down and get a big ol' suck.
You're not gonna want to do that, Nathan. It's poison.
Well, as long as he doesn't ingest it.
Depends on the poison.
The
Yeah, I
lining
don't-
of the trunk.
Do you want to ingest
I
the water?
suppose.
So first things first, you could suck up 2 or 3 of the buckets in your trunk. It is about a 10 to 15 foot well, so they do have to lower it down and then bring it back
so
up.
I can't reach it, yeah. So I
But
need
you
to
could
wait for the
take
bucket.
2 or 3 of them in your trunk quick, and they're moving as quick as they can. And
Oh yeah, I'm gonna 1, store as much in my trunk, and then 2, try to carry as many buckets as I can.
Constitution saving throw.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I expected it, but this is a price Haros is willing to take.
Is this are we just trying to put out the Burgermeister's house?
I'm just trying to like douse as many of the fires as possible in general. Okay, 17.
17. All right, you make it. Heros, as you suck up the water, there is something vile and disgusting, and in fact, you feel it burning in the inside of your long nose. But the task at hand, the stakes that are present, you suck it up, and you are currently not affected by the poison.
Suck it up.
Yes, I am punny.
While Heros is like getting that together, I want to rush and cast Ray of Frost and see if that helps anything.
So you run up to the Burgermeister's house, I assume.
Yeah.
And you cast Ray of Frost, and you shoot just a band of frost, and it fights back the fire for a moment, and then it comes back. You get the feeling you would need to like consistently keep, using Ray of Frost, which as a cantrip you can, and you can keep shooting it, and it does seem to be beating the flames back a little bit. The house is not completely engulfed in an inferno, but it's getting to a bad place right now.
Sure, I want to keep doing it, and can I call out and see if anyone is in there?
Perception check, please.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I was gonna be listening to see if I hear.
Perception check at advantage, Chelsea.
Oh.
Alright, just a minute. 15.
Well, 18. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
18. So, Kanika...
so that's a 10. Okay. By the way, I have a +4 to perception.
So, Kanika, over the crackling of the fire, the roar, the screams of people dying in the alleyways, you can't make out anything. Melora, from inside, you can hear, "Yes, I'm still in here, please."
No. I'm
and
really...
then just raking sobbing. It sounds like it's coming from Clarice's office.
Mason, is there a clear space inside of the burning building that I can see?
Yeah, you can see the main hallway. In fact, as boards are kind of shifting now, as the building's starting to look like it's not quite stable anymore, you can see the door right outside Clarice's study.
Okay, because I have one more spell slot that I could use for Misty Step, because I can teleport to any place that I can see. So if we were able to get the flames down, I could Misty Step in there, and if we were able to like beat the flames back, I could just run out with her.
Do it.
We gotta get the fucking flames under control. Well, I'm gonna do that though.
Do you want me to like roll for damage? Like, what do I have to
so
do?
We will get there. Heros, you have arrived back on the scene at this point. Trunk full of water, laden with 5 buckets. As these 2 guards are one guard is following you like, "I can carry a bucket, sir. I can help." But yes. Do you guys want to put this plan into action? I'm gonna need some rolls. I'll tell you what order they come in.
Okay, sorry, I missed a little bit of it because I was concerned, but it's just fireworks outside my house.
No one's getting murdered outside?
That's good.
No, it's stressing me out. Okay, so is anyone running in?
I'm casting Misty Step in, and then hopefully we're gonna get the fucking flames like down so I can run out.
Okay, if I start to see flames go down, I was gonna run into the building to help.
The flames are not going down. It seems like with every second you guys are planning this, the flames are getting higher, and it's only been a few.
Okay.
Okay, we need buckets of water over there then. Like, right now. We're gonna do this.
I am trying so hard.
Heros, do you want to help them put out the Burgermeister's house, or...?
Of course.
Alright.
I just...
Alright.
Like, blast away from his 2 cannons. I'm just...
Nathan, dexterity check. Caitlin, arcana check. Ed, you're ready to go when those flames die down just a little bit. Are you gonna come out of the Misty Step attacking? Because the door is still shut,
God.
or...
Oh, the door's still shut?
Yep.
Then yeah, I'll just fucking like try to break down the door as soon as I come out of the Misty Step.
If the door is shut, I mean, on the inside, or can we like try to take it on from the outside? open it.
You can certainly try to take it down from the outside. There's no guarantee it's locked or anything. But with fires and how they sometimes work is doors can swell, things don't quite work quite right. So there might be an aspect of that.
So am I rolling to attack a door here?
Does anyone have an axe?
You are rolling.
I have a giant fucking sword.
You're rolling an attack, yes, right as you come out of a misty step to attack the door.
To attack a door, let's go.
Nathan, what'd you roll?
I'm not dexterous, but I got an 18.
Okay.
Hey.
So, Omniven, do you want to do anything? And Kanika, do you want to do anything?
I would probably grab one of the buckets. I would
Same
assume.
here.
Yeah.
If they're like the well is nearby and we can like get an additional bucket or two, like I'm.
Just keep going back and forth.
Yeah. Omniven, Kanika, you and your steel defenders are making a really good fire line.
Can I make a perception check also for nearby enemies outside of this?
Totally.
Any like animals
Ooh,
around?
that's a good point.
So, while
Does
Omniven
a 19 hit a door?
Yes, it does. So, how this goes down. Nathan, Harros lets out a gigantic blast of water from his trunk, chucking 2 buckets of water in at the same time, creating a space for Melora. Melora sweeps in, casting Ray of Frost near the door, trying to create a space for Ed. Ed, you misty step in, you slash the door, it breaks down. You see Clarice's study, the room has partially collapsed. Clarice is stuck under what looks to be a beam, and she is crying out for help. As the room is not completely engulfed in flame, she's pinned. She's not She's not dead. She looks like, she might be hurting, but she is still very much alive.
Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna try to move like whatever is on top of her so that she can like get out of there.
All right, give me a strength check. At advantage because she is trying to help you.
At advantage. Okay. Thank God it was at advantage. 1 second here. Oh, I'm not a strong person. It's a 5.
Oh no!
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Oh my god.
Ed, you put your arm into it and you heave and you shove and you can feel it kind of giving a little bit, and but it's not quite going. And Clarice is clawing at your clothing. Please help me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Clarice!
Fuck.
Ed, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
That 20, baby.
You can feel
He
the
doesn't feel those
smoke
flames.
burning at your lungs as you take a deep breath and inhale, and you can kind of guess that this is the last room the oxygen. You can try to move the rafter one more time before you can't breathe.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Fuck. Come on,
Fuck
Ed.
it. Let's go for it. We got this.
Roll with advantage.
Roll with fancy. Okay. Mod 20.
Okay.
Oh.
I rolled another fucking 3 for the first one.
Ooh. As you're doing so, the flames kind of lick up and you hear Clarice scream. It gives you just enough motivation to shove the rafter off, grab the little halfling woman, and run out. Flames licking at your heels and smoke billowing out of the door. Ed, you get outside with Clarice and she is sobbing and shaking, very conscious and very much in pain.
I would like to.
But she's trying to stammer out a thank you.
Okay. I'll use 3 of my lay on hands hit points on her.
So you peel back her leg where she's been pinned, and you see there's bone protruding from the calf, and a horrible 3rd-degree burn. You put your lay on hands on it, and it seems to.
If I need 4, I got 1 more left.
You get the feeling it won't fix this, but you bring down the 3rd-degree burn to a 2nd-degree burn. She's no longer in danger of maybe losing her leg. She's still very much in pain. The leg is still broken, but you know what you did probably saved her leg.
It was a 17 on perception, by the way.
Okay. Omniven, you do see some smaller herbivores attacking a company of soldiers down the way. There's foxes, badgers, some skunks, but it seems like it looks like some 17-year-olds, a few 20-year-olds, a few 30-year-olds, people of different ages really, and they're holding a phalanx, and they are killing them pretty quickly, pretty efficiently. It doesn't seem like they're causing much of a problem. One or two people get wounded here or there, but the phalanx closes back up, advances forward, and doesn't look like anybody has died in that little skirmish.
Okay.
If you wanted to take a pot shot, you certainly could.
Oh, I mean, why not? Yeah. Watch me hit a 17-year-old. No, that's 22.
22. Omniven, you watch as a squirrel leaps into the air, its jaw unhinging at an unnatural angle, revealing rows of razor teeth. As it goes for the neck of a young girl, bam! And the squirrel is blown out of existence.
Oh, hell yeah. Is there anywhere safe we can go?
Currently, you guys are looking around. It seems like someone or something has set fires to certain homes. There's one fire at the Burgermeister's house. There's another fire to the north, another to the south, another to the west, and another to the east. Fairly directly encompass stuff. Per your question, Cal, there is a few taverns you've seen have been largely untouched. You know that first night you spent in Logail, they dropped a giant latch in the tavern door and shuttered the windows. You can probably guess that one of those will probably be safe for a time. Otherwise, there are a number of buildings that you could probably barricade and fortify. Ed, Clarice is still clinging to you. She's literally not letting you go.
Okay, yeah, if we're going to like one of the bars or something, I'll just bring her with me.
Yeah. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
She's not a big woman.
21.
Okay, yeah.
Why can't I roll it the first
Oh, God.
You very easily sling her up in a carry, holding your greatsword in your left hand. You guys spend 10-15 minutes kind of checking doors to certain buildings. You eventually find a tavern that wasn't locked up very well. You push your way inside, and it looks like
just fucking breaking and entering. Let's go.
During the middle of this apocalypse.
It looks like something got in here before you guys and busted out the back door. Inside, you see blood and a few bodies, but it seems like most of the patrons probably got out. But you make your way in, and the bar is completely deserted. The shutters on the windows haven't been dropped. The door hasn't been barred. And the back door is swinging kind of agape at an odd angle. But so far, everything is quiet.
Do we want to go bar that door quick? Maybe?
Yeah. Well, are we planning on staying here, like, now that we have Clarice, or do we want to...
I mean, we can always unbar the door when we leave.
It's true.
I mean, it would probably be safe to at least, like, lock it up mostly and get Clarice somewhere safe, and then we can always take one of the exits if we need. I mean, if you guys want to do that. Okay.
I don't know. My thing, I don't know if leaving Clarice alone is the safest thing. She's wounded. She can't get away. She can't defend herself. She's not a fighter.
That's true. But, like, do we want to, like, just, like, hunker down? Do we want to try to...
We could just hunker down. Didn't you say that it seemed like they were handling everything okay at the wall?
It seemed like handling it okay might be a little on the generous side, but it does seem like the big forces of animals that were moving through the city, killing lots of people, have for the most part been dealt with, and now it's just small skirmishes and wall fighting. So, people are still gonna have a hard time of it tonight, but it didn't seem like anything was as great of a danger as the stuff you guys have currently faced.
I don't know if I need to make a history check, but on if the number of, like, rabid animals underneath the green moon has, like, is it lessened in this area? I know. Under the Shrekkening, but I gotta ask.
You've been keeping the Shrekkening going. So
yeah, I mean it stayed on my belt.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It would have moved with us.
Exactly.
So I'm curious if this area now is attacking like the bull, or if they've kind of chilling out more like before.
So the shot you landed was about at 200 feet. Was about 200 feet on the squirrel. So pretty great shot. But the other thing to note is no animals have attacked you on your way here, and you have seen multiple animals. The rabbit ran away from you, but nothing has currently attacked you.
Okay.
So we could always, if you take the belt off, does it stop the effect?
It would stop the effect.
Yeah.
It does require attunement.
So I have to wear my shiny belt to keep that.
Yes, or somebody would have to attune to it.
I gotta admit, like, I kind of want to hunker down, but I also kind of feel bad if we hunker down, but we don't get anybody else, like, to safety before we do. I don't know.
That's right.
You know, because, like, I mean, I haven't taken
I'm up for some more fighting.
I'm cool with
Mason
that too.
knows me.
I do.
But it's like, what? Is it like 11 p.m.?
It's about 10:20. You guys booked it. You booked it to the center of town. You weren't too far off. You booked it there. You saw the burning building. That took place in a couple minutes. Took you maybe 10-15 minutes to find a tavern, so it's only about 10-15, 10-20.
What
also,
time
like, the burning
buildings
are
the night before?
What'd you say?
What time does this stop the night before?
Midnight.
Okay. Holy fuck. Alright.
I mean, if we're trying to keep Clarice safe, like, no animals that we've, at least observed will come near wherever the belt is because of the green moon. So if Omniven stays here...
Can we attune the belt to Clarice and then just fucking
how long would that
leave her
take?
there?
That would take 30 minutes to have her attuned to the belt, but you certainly could. Currently, you know of her. You don't know if she has any magic items, so you might have to ask her, and she's very much in shock currently. But
also, is Henry with us? Do we need to find somewhere where he can rest?
Henry has been kind of dogging this entire time. You guys kind of notice, despite being in a wolf form, he is, he's bloodied. It looks like he's pretty banged up, and to the point where normally Henry would, be the first to jump in and help people, but he looked at that fire and he went, "No way in fucking hell."
Am I done dousing things?
Oh, have you just been continuing to fight the fires this entire time?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
So do I see Ed with Clarice?
Yeah, you would have seen Ed with Clarice. About around that time, Harros, roll me a history check. It's low.
Okay. Wow, just when I left the abilities screen. Okay. Let's roll it. Not 1, so it's 2.
So critical failure.
I've been rolling well before this. So.
You were.
Harros,
you got that water.
In your homeland, you have dealt with fires, and they're very common. They're very dangerous. You know what a fire is, but you've also dealt with monsoon. The seasonal storms that come and wipe away these giant prairie fires that ravage your homeland, renewing them. And as you're sitting there fighting this fire, you feel a few drops, and you get the feeling a monsoon is coming, and it will deal with this. In reality,
that's the Nat 1 talking.
That is the Nat 1 talking. In
All
reality, it is just one of the other soldiers who doused you with a good deal of bucket water.
Oh God!
But
the fire is shooting at us.
Good.
But yes, Harros, you are under
everyone, the elements.
Oh my God.
I want to run over to Clarice. Am I able to run over to her?
Yeah, as Ed and everyone's kind of running by, this would have been a few
Yeah.
minutes ago, but yeah, you can run over to her.
Okay, cool. She's still pretty shook up, correct?
Yeah, she's still very much in shock. She has a very bad broken leg and some severe burns on her leg as well.
I would like to cast heroism on her.
Cure wounds or
Heroism.
all right. What does heroism do?
A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. The creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
So she's immune to being frightened, and she gains 2 HP. Temporary HP.
Okay, we will come back to that in a moment. You cast heroism on her. How long does that last? A couple of minutes?
I have to concentrate on it. Oh, damn it. Up to a minute? I didn't realize that. Just for a minute! Please!
Yeah, get the information to her that we need.
As you guys were running with her, you could interrogate her a little bit if you needed to. By the time you get to the bar, her heroism will have worn off. But Ed, during that time you're carrying her, she just starts cursing and saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill every motherfucker," and basically just going off.
Can I ask her? Do you know who did this? Do you know who started the fires?
No, but animals don't fucking burn buildings, dipshit.
Oh.
Fair point. Fair point. Just
Get
fucking
him,
drops
girl.
her after she calls me a dipshit.
Clarice,
I'm not gonna
Clarice.
drop.
Remain calm.
Heroes, you know heroism affects people differently. It seems to have made Clarice very, very angry. She'll tell you that at some point during the night when she was, in her study, the guards had told her they'd be right back. She heard some fighting, and then there was a loud explosion in the upper part of the Burgermeister home, and just fire started raining down.
The animals have bombs.
Oh, God.
She doesn't really know what happened, but she's very confident someone or something set this fire. And it probably wasn't the animals.
I still don't trust Toriel. After, seeing her in the middle of the fucking forest, I still don't trust her.
Did we see where she went? Because, Brandon, made eye contact. And then she looked worried, and then we needed to fire.
Harrows was
the last. Harrows did.
Harrows was the last to see her. Harrows, would you like to roll me a history check, please?
What's the last one?
I do know.
I don't have my dice, so I'm doing it on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's fine.
14.
14. Harrows, hey Brandon.
Hey, it's a bitch.
Hey.
Harrows, you remember Toriel had looked worried and then taken off. She had kind of looked at her little platoon of 17-year-olds and then taken off and run face first into a tree and disappeared.
Holy fuck.
Fuck druids.
Gotta go.
If only we had a druid in our team.
How long
I
has
share
it
the
been
information.
since?
Brandon, this session started at 10 p.m. It is now 10:20.
Cool. Has anyone healed me?
No.
Oh,
I saved
But
someone
don't
from
worry,
fucking
you haven't
party.
gotten
You guys are currently in a tavern. The windows
That's-
have been.
still very important because I cannot come out of my wolf form until I'm healed. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start hitting shit.
That's
Yes.
good to
That is
know.
correct.
He's got to roll
Yes.
Constitution saving throws.
Someone
He's
should
nearby
heal
us.
me.
I can.
Like for the last
Do we need
20
to use
minutes, every 6 seconds, I would need to roll a wisdom saving throw to not hit shit.
Brandon turns into the monsters.
Does
God, fuck.
does somebody want to cast Cure Wounds on Henry? Because otherwise,
I
Henry, you got
I
some throws to
don't
make.
have it.
I can lay on hands.
Nathan, you have lay on hands, Nathan? Do you want to
Yeah.
do that? Or, otherwise, I can't.
I'll run up to Henry, and I'll almost kind of grab him around the shoulders, half constraining him, half healing him, and be like, "Calm down and heal up, buddy." And
I rolled a 13 on my wisdom saving, so we're good. So I don't hit you.
yeah, how many hit points do you need?
I
I
am
can give you
getting my character sheet up right now.
But yeah, I'll just say that I heal him, and I'll just talk to him.
Yep. Henry,
help you with time.
you have dropped wolf form at this point.
Okay.
You guys are in a tavern. Clarice, the Ed and Melora, with the help of Heros, were able to save Clarice Stoutfoot from the fire that looks like there had been a few fires set in the town. They saved her from that. She's got a pretty bad broken leg, some second-degree burns, but the rest of the party is currently safe in a tavern discussing what to do next.
So animals on this plane don't know how to control fire, do they?
Not that I know of.
No.
No.
Unless Mason's throwing some, like, elementals at us or something.
Which is highly plausible.
Would I do that? Come on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you would, Mason. You gave a level 1 character a fucking legendary item, you would do that.
Oh god. Well,
So currently options, as stated by the party, you could go out, guns a-blazing, so to speak, and fight. You could heal up for the rest of the night, knowing full well that last night this stopped by 12 p.m. Or, you know, any
I'm
number
not
of
that-
options in between.
I'm fine with going killing more shit. I like that
Yeah.
option.
The people who are wounded or can't get healing, they can be more operatives.
When I have a thing, when she is under the heroism spell, were we gonna try and tell her to attune to Omniven's belt?
it's gonna take half an hour though, and
That's
it's already
why-
10:30.
Well,
And
she does kind of need to be like safe in a spot, I think.
she also is probably not in a mental state to attune to an item. You have to spend some time learning the magic, learning the item. She is currently very much in shock. Heroism has heroism has worn off. Ed, at some point she tried to grab a sword from your, like a little dagger from your pack, and you
I
had
don't
to,
I literally don't have any other weapons on me.
Do you
But
actually?
she
Nothing for her to
tried.
grab. No,
Oh.
there's nothing for her to grab.
I mean, I could like just
I
heal
think
wounds or give her a spear.
I think I was looking at the wrong character sheet. Well, then
Actually,
you know,
I might have not taken it off, but
oh,
yeah,
okay.
I literally
If you're saying you
don't have
you-
anything else.
If you're saying you don't, but she was kind of like looking on you for a weapon, assuming there was another one, because adventurers carry more than one weapon.
Incorrect, not this one, bitches.
And by the time you guys get her to the tavern, she's very much in shock, very much not really moving, kind of going slow. But what would you guys like to do?
I'll be honest. I don't want to leave her alone. She doesn't know. You can give her a weapon, but she'll have no idea how to use it.
Melora,
True.
you are good with book learning, and you have the love for it. You could persuade her to calm down and enjoy a good book and attune to this item. Do some learning.
I don't know if you've ever read a book, but but reading does nothing
Damn.
mask pain. And Melora is very serious.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Reading
God.
does nothing to stop pain. So you have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, Melora, I read my holy books, and it gives me strength. So maybe we just handle books a
That's
bit differently.
fucking
I just walk away.
Oh, God.
God. All right.
Well, if we were going to leave and fight, I don't even know like where would we start? Literally, the whole city is on fire or being attacked.
So
Well, I
current.
kind of blew my load last fight. Gonna be honest. I have nothing left in terms of like curse slots, transformations. I can only hurt myself.
Yeah, I'm out of spell slots. I just have my Hexblade curse that left.
As long
that's
as
it.
you
Yeah.
stay close to me, I will protect you.
One
I don't
thing
need
we could
protecting.
do.
I
if-
need to
You
do
were
damage.
just saying that you're out of options.
Also,
I'm
we
out of
could
options to do damage.
we could
I'm-
take a
as,
short rest.
as a player, I'm out of options.
Yes.
Let's
I
do
could
the
do
moon.
Prevent damage being done to you. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I was
I
just gonna say that yes, it only went till midnight yesterday, but the moon was also 3/4 red, so we might be under a couple more hours of damage. And then on top of that, we could always take the option to take a short rest and then go out there and see.
That's true. We
That's
could take a
true.
short rest.
And then also don't want to split the party, but if we if we left the wounded ones and the spell slotted ones, if we stuck around with Clarice, the people who need it do a short rest. People who don't need it can go and try and figure out more. I hate to split the party, but
I mean, to be fair, I don't really cast spells during combat, so I'm probably good to go.
I
To
could
be
use a
fair,
short rest.
I'm very, very beefy, and I'm still at max HP.
I know
I
I have
am
max HP still.
So at
Well,
max
with it.
HP.
It's like
Yeah,
I just-
none of y'all got gored by fucking deers.
it's like
I
someone
have-
tried
on
to
the
jump
front
off the
line.
wall.
I have max HP as well, so I wouldn't mind if because it sounds like Henry needs to stay put for a hot second. So
Yeah.
If I can get my transformation back and my blood curse. back.
right, so I could stay and be like and spotting, making sure that we don't get attacked again at the tavern.
I think just a beer for like 30 minutes. I'll be good.
Beer for like 30 minutes.
I mean, I also I am
I'm
at max HP, but if we are wanting to do that, I can hang out with those who are resting and maybe go like up to somewhere where I can try to, kill off more squirrels or whatnot. Like I can always do that too if need be. Because I do have some range, but I also don't have a ton of range. Yeah, I got that squirrel, but technically it was out of my range.
All right. So currently, the plan, as I understand it, is Omniven, Henry, and Melora. Were you gonna stay back, or you? So Omniven, Henry, and Melora are gonna stay in the tavern, kind of take a short rest. Omniven wants to go to a vantage point and provide Overwatch. Haros, Kanika, and Ed, you guys feel you're ready to go back in the fight, contribute a little bit. How do you guys want to do that? Do you just want to dive back into the fight proper? Do you want to help wounded? Do you want to do a little bit of both? Fighting, pulling back some wounded to like the tavern and making a stronghold? There's some options. There's some ways you can go about this.
Yeah, I think that combination of the two, pulling back any wounded, like I think Kanika would definitely do that. But also Kanika's ready to, fuck some shit up. So, yeah.
I'm down for. I'm looking for a fight.
I'm down for a good fight, yeah.
All right. So,
As a player,
yes.
like player to player, I feel like taking combat without the entire party is a very scary thing.
Yeah,
That's what
they're
that
just
fucking
little
17-year-old
squirrels.
We
The
used
meta-
7-year-olds for advantage last time.
Mason's face is scaring me, though.
Oh, no, I know it is.
So here's
We've
how
done dumber shit.
here's how we're gonna do this. Ed, Kanika, Haros, you guys make your way out the front of the tavern. Aviven, you slam the door behind him. Your steel defender has been working this entire time, not using a repair charge, but has been kind of like repairing the door, resetting it per your instructions. Ed, you want pure combat. Roll me an attack at advantage. Kanika, roll me one attack and one medicine check. Haros,
Okay.
if you roll me one
All
attack,
right, I don't need
if
to
you
roll the
wanna-
next one. The first one was a nat 20.
Haros, if you want to do anything else, you can roll me one attack and something else, like ability check wise, or you can roll me an attack at advantage if you're just gonna fight.
I'm just gonna fight.
All right, attack at advantage.
Cool.
I'm gonna see if does Melora want to come up to a vantage point with me? Cast spells. Or do you want to hang out with Clarice?
Well,
I mean,
I-
not
I-
pressure you once away.
no, we're I'm just worried. So what kind of vantage point are you thinking? Because I'm just worried that something might barge in and we won't be able to protect her is the only thing. And so same with Henry. Henry is struggling.
So
Yeah. I would call it struggling, but just not the best currently.
all right, Chelsea. So Melora, something consider. This tavern has 2 floors, a first floor and then a staircase up to a second floor. You know that you could probably barricade that, and just by the heaviness of the doors, the latches, the shutters, the back door, that's probably going to be pretty sturdy. Omniven, you can climb the stairs, you go out, and one of the rooms actually, you can hook the outside of a window and pull yourself up to the roof, and it does provide a pretty good vantage point where you could probably give some fire support. So give me attack with your guns.
Okay. Oof. What's the range that I'm going to want to be shooting from? Because I rolled a 9 with my blunderbuss, but that's only 60 feet.
So 9 is not going to be good enough to shoot anything, but within 150 feet of you, there is nothing aggressive. So you can still provide pretty good overwatch. Kanika, Ed, and Harros, one more thing before I start talking again. Did you go out together or did you separate?
I would say we would be together.
Together.
All right.
Yep.
We're not that stupid.
That's the
Maybe dumb, but I'm not an idiot, Mason.
So, as I said, with a
As
nod...
Carol Carton once told me, you're going to be stupid, be smart about it.
It's true.
You right.
With,
heard that one too.
With a nod, Kanika, Harros, and Ed walk out the front door and take off at a light jog. Eventually you find some squad kind of struggling. Ed, you phase in, cutting down 3 enemies at once, all deer cleaving cleanly through their necks. Kanika, you backflip into the back line, attacking things that aren't even looking at you. Harros, you run up, hammer held aloft, moving in front of people who would have taken a mortal blow and murdering the animal about to deal it. All the while, speaking words of praise to your god, and you can see some of the uplifted faces of boys, girls, men, and women who were just about to break, grip their spears harder, raise their shields, and rally to you. Omniven, as you're sitting on your overwatch, nothing really comes closer, but you do notice the fires have started to migrate through the town, burning several buildings and adjoining streets. But it doesn't seem like any of them are moving towards you, but the air is now thick with smoke, but that crimson moon is still beating down on the city.
Dude, someone's just fucking blazing it up in the city.
Henry, that green moon right now.
Henry, you take a short rest.
Woo!
You were...
Question.
Yes.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Does this moon affect me in any way?
It does not, oddly enough. Henry,
That's a good question.
That's probably good.
Henry is readily able to find an abandoned tankard and just get a stout pint of ale and just sip on it, nursing. Melora, you spend some time with Clarice. She fades in and out of consciousness, but she is stable for the most part. Nothing comes close. Nothing bangs on the windows. Half an hour passes. Henry, roll. Melora, get your hit points. Omniven if you want to. Kanika, at this point, through attacking and moving, and all the while with Harros, Ed, and this small force of people. For a warlock, yes, they are. Not wizard. This small phalanx has kept moving forward, pushing animals back, assisting other groups, growing bigger and bigger. With your monk speed, you've been able to throw people on your shoulder or drag them very quickly back to the tavern. Omniven, as this 30 minutes has gone by, 15 or 20 wounded people have shown up at the tavern. Whether you guys let them in is totally your choice, but it doesn't seem like animals are bothering them, even as they mill in the streets.
I will let them in.
So,
I also have a question about short rest.
do casters gain spell slots back? And then I forgot, what do we roll for on a short rest? Is that just HP?
So you get hit dice, and you get a hit dice equal to the number of your level. For artificers, I think it's a D8, and you are level 4, so you have a 4 total hit dice. So you roll a hit dice, and you plus your Constitution modifier, and you can.
And that's just for your HP.
Yep, you have as many as you want. Artificers do not gain spell slots back on short rest. That is a warlock and warlock only feature.
Go on.
Wizards can.
Wizards can.
Spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple.
So yes, Melora, you got a lot of spell slots back on that. So the fighting intensified. You got some groups. You got some wounded. Ed and Harros, you fought like forces of goddamn nature. Great sword swinging, hammer clanging, back to back at times, and then pirouetting and moving beautifully through crowds of enemies, red geysers following in your wake. 30 minutes have passed. The fighting still seems intense, but it seems like the townsfolk have started to rally and push back. And
can I roll a perception check to see if I see fucking Toriel anywhere?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Okay, cool.
Do we see Melrai at all?
14.
14. You have not seen Toriel once during this ordeal. You have been moving street to street combat. It's been slow. Fighting with a phalanx, moving ahead of it even. They kill some stragglers. You and Harros and Kanika are doing most of the work. But it's slow going. So she could be in another part of the city. You just really don't know. At one point you thought you saw Conlas riding through the city on a horse, rallying some men, but it could have been someone else.
All right. So since the 30 minutes are over, can I just can I smell out Harros?
Big stinky boy.
Give me a perception check. Do you get advantage on that, Brandon?
I do, because I am a wolf.
Okay. We got a lot of good
So
noses.
Brandon was in wolf form the whole time we were short resting?
No, he had to drop.
I just innately have it though, no matter what.
Brandon, you pretty easily sniff out Harros. He is your friend. You know what he smells like. It does take you a few minutes to navigate to him, but as you get there, you just see Ed and Harros going absolutely crazy on deer, bears, wolverines, badgers, just moving through the crowd of enemies.
Badgers, not honey badgers, though.
Do you want to roll me a nature check?
No, honey badgers can't be beat, so I know they're not.
That is true. Honey badgers are unstoppable.
Sorry about that. All right.
The sounds around the battle.
Henry, roll me an attack with advantage unless you want to do something else. Otherwise, roll an attack.
I'll roll with advantage.
Are we friends yet at this point, party wise? I don't think we are. I don't think we like
None of us have really told each other anything about us. Like
y'all know nothing about him. 19.
19.
Hey.
So, Henry, Kanika, Ed, Harros. You guys fight as one, moving, saving lives when you can, killing
protecting my allies.
Protecting allies. Killing.
I take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Since we're in combat, I'm going to use my right. I'm
Totally.
RPing it.
Totally. And that's very cool. And Henry, your sword blazes, and it cuts even better with its hungry blue light. The fighting goes on for what seems like eons. You watch men, women, and children die during this time, but it's much less than it could have been. For everyone that fell, you know you saved 3. All the while, you move street to street, the combat intensifying, crescendoing, and then coming down. All the while...
Continue.
the combat shifting, crescendoing, decrescendoing, moving. All the while, this group has swollen around you. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, until midnight. And you hear cries of relief from the walls. And suddenly, animals no longer look angry, and the moon has faded to its normal dull silver.
Except where Omniben is.
Omniben, the Shreckening is still happening. You have no idea this is happening. But from all around you, despite the smoke, despite the burning buildings, which have increased in number, you hear howls of delight and excitement, though maybe not as many as would have started the night. You are out of combat. The city is secure.
Shit.
I am no longer Big Doggo.
Once I get the word it's secure, I will
turn off the Shreckening.
Omniven, it comes about 20, 30 minutes too late. When I say too late, after everyone else has already kind of figured out it's over for the night. And you kind of keep it on for another 10 minutes just to be sure, because, you know, why risk it? But as runners come, as more medics are treating the wounded, they've cleared off tavern tables, they've opened it up, you drop it and you see the moon is its normal color.
Right.
Kyle, he's adorable.
This is my kitty.
Aww.
She doesn't like it.
She does not. All right.
You don't bark, do you, Cooper?
Combat is over. What would you guys like to do?
Where are we in terms of like are we within the city, like towards the center of it? Are we towards the walls?
You're towards the center of the city. You're about 10 minutes away from actually the Burgermeister's house. You didn't get very far when you were checking buildings, but this is pretty much a tavern near the center of the city.
I mean, did we sleep?
It's a fire.
Up for a long time.
Combat medics have pretty much sequestered rooms, tables, bars, just about anything they can. You could probably throw a bedroll somewhere and nobody would say anything to you. But as for like proper beds and stuff, they're all currently in use, at least at this establishment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't need a bed.
What's happening with the fires?
It seems like the fires intensified for a little bit. They burned down several homes, businesses, buildings in general, just huge swaths of area. But since the fighting has come down, the city was able to revert all its troops to putting out the fires. They uncovered some wells and they, put out stuff. As you guys are, kind of sitting at the tavern deciding what to do next, runners will come and be like, "Don't breathe in the smoke. It's very bad. Poison in the wells is mixing. But we'll get out the fires." And they collect any of the able-bodied people they can. They rush off. And they fight the fires for another hour, 2 hours, but they are able to get them all down for the most part, or at least put into parts of the city where they can't spread further.
I want to make sure that Clarice gets a medic, and then I'm gonna try and find the rest of the party and make sure we all reconvene.
It's pretty easy to get Clarice a medic. Pretty early on in this, actually, once a few medics had rushed up, taken over a room that you had Clarice in. One of them realized who she was and instantly started treating her, and then even called over a senior medic. She's getting very good care. They've reset the leg in no time. The second-degree burns, they covered salve over. It looks like she's going to have a full recovery. You even heard them chant a few spells over her. While it wasn't much more than healing word, you know that for a normal person to use a spell is pretty big and it takes a large toll.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I give her one like a very gentle shoulder squeeze before I go off. I don't know what to say, and so Hope you're well.
As you're about to walk out, a small hand grabs yours, gives it a squeeze, and you catch just the smallest lip of a smirk before you see Clarissa's eyes roll back in her head and she passes out again.
I just typed Melora and Clarice have a moment.
Okay.
Like I said, this area of the city is in no danger of burning down. You could throw some bedrolls out. You could try to find a different house to set up shop in. If you ask, the medics might make a space for you, but they are, looking pretty haggard and they're trying to do their job. So,
Yeah, no, I'll just find, somewhere. I don't want to bother anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Just somewhere to sleep.
There's a
Even if it has to be outside, I'll just
there's a back storeroom that has been pretty much untouched. It's got some barrels of ale back there, some bags of flour, but doesn't look like any of the medics have moved in there. So looks like a decent enough place to sleep.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
If we sleep and like chill out, what time is it? Sorry, I just forgot.
It's like
It's about
midnight.
Midnight 30. If you guys stay up till they put the fires out, it's going to be about 2 a.m. But they do tell you they have it under control now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mason.
Yeah.
Before I go to bed, can I forgot that I have a marble puzzle box.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to make a roll?
Yeah. Knowledge?
Mm-hmm. Well, intelligence.
Mason,
Flat intelligence?
Yep.
now that it's past midnight, I have a question for you. Has that N on my arm changed? Went up or went down or anything like that?
It has faded from existence.
It's gone?
It's gone.
Okay, alright.
14.
Click, click. And locks up. You think you maybe only got one click, where last time you got 2 clicks. So
I was gonna see. Do I see Henry doing this?
Henry, are you trying to be very sneaky? Like,
No.
So yeah, very very easily.
Kanika's like, can I see it? She likes
Oh,
little.
yeah.
She likes little trinket things.
we could all try taking turns.
I just want to try.
All right.
I was like, I'll give it back. I promise. I'm not gonna keep it.
I hand it back.
Kanika, you take it and you try to turn it, and it feels like solid stone.
Like I can't even move it.
No, like you know how like Rubik's cubes completely lock up sometimes,
Yeah.
and you can't move them. It's like that. Henry, you by fidgeting with it, you know by now that it seems to reset at dawn every day. You've been fidgeting with it for a while,
Got it.
I see.
so
Put it in my pack.
it seems like you pretty much get one try every 24 hours.
It's bullshit, but okay.
If
Roll
people
better,
wanna-
dipshit.
I have higher
if people
intelligence than you,
wanna-
nerd.
sorry.
That is true.
All right, easy
Sorry.
with the big dicking. But Chelsea, it is a very pretty box.
That's what Kanika was most excited
Fucking
about.
smash it.
No, I think it's a bad
Kanika
idea.
probably don't suggest that. Kanika would probably try it.
Oh god.
Kanika's all just brute force. Like that's her
I
thing.
just imagine a cat.
Yeah.
Same.
exactly.
Just try to fucking like knock it
Jesus.
off like a table or something.
All right.
Exactly.
So, do you guys want to take a long rest?
I can I would suggest a long rest. I can stay on watch to make sure things don't get out of hand and then do something like that.
Can I assume that in some of the downtime, I maybe got another hour's worth of reading that scroll.
In the morning, you can probably squeeze an hour in. All right.
I'm gonna
Sure, I'll take
a
a
long
long
rest.
not worrying about
Same.
things. 'Cause there's a bunch of people.
Yeah, there are several soldiers that have reinforced the positions, and it doesn't seem like anyone is in immediate danger. The night passes. 8:30 arrives. Omniven, you can have 2 hours for your projects. Kanika, reading, you wake up about 7:30, read for about an hour. It's 8:30. Everyone has the benefits of a long rest.
I'm gonna try my box again. Since it's done.
Yeah.
Steal the thunder. Almost forgot. All right.
21.
Click. Click. Click.
You're kidding me.
As it relocks and is now once again harder than stone.
That was an 18 plus 3, Mason.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
It's okay. I'm just saying.
Kanika can never open that. She's got a +0.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, don't say never in D&D, guys.
Multiple nat 20s in a row are possible.
They are in fact possible.
Highly improbable.
The morning comes. There's still kind of a haze hanging over the city, as it seems like small smoldering fires are still happening. But the day is won. The wounded are being treated at this establishment. You guys know you go out the front door. It is the Royal Griffin. Some of the medics have been making a pot of just stew. It seems like they have chopped up some of the animals from last night and just thrown it in a pot with some vegetables.
Would anyone like some stew? Would anyone like some stew?
It doesn't look particularly appetizing, as the bits of meat and vegetables kind of remind everyone of the broken bodies of people and animals last night.
Oh, I eat it.
But
I'll fucking eat it.
does smell pretty decent.
Kanika probably doesn't give a shit.
Okay, let's take this one.
You guys eat it. You have a well-rounded breakfast. Harros, you got a long rest. Recharge spell slots and all that stuff.
Cool.
It is now about 9 o'clock as you took time for breakfast, and DM Mason is very proud of you.
I want to check on Clarice.
I also want to check what Clarice's plan is
for the city.
So
she's a little wounded.
anyone who cares can go check on Clarice with Melora and Omniven.
It's not that I don't care.
It's
fair.
not. Yeah, hold on here 1 second.
Omniven.
I'm more interested in tracking down what's her face.
Toriel. Omniven, you go and along with Melora, and you go to the room. Melora, you know you left Clarice in the night before. She's not there.
Excuse me.
You ask around, and you actually go out back, and you notice that while out front and inside there were a lot of people, out back in this back street there are even more, and you just see people lined up. About halfway down the street, you see a white tent, and from inside you hear a very familiar, high-pitched voice talking to several people. Rounding the corner, you guys can flap the tent open, and you see a Clarice talking to Conlos and a few other people wearing military garb, probably captains of the guard. And she is going off. She's like, "This is completely unacceptable. How is our outside perimeter compromised so quickly?" Conlos is trying to talk her down. He's like, "My lady, possibly the fires were set by insurgents. Maybe our lines were weakened in certain areas. We simply don't have enough information to go off of." And once again, she'll kind of go off on him. Why wasn't our equipment better? Why didn't we have medic stations and triage points already set up? Some good points. Others are points that don't quite seem as relevant. Like, the city probably couldn't have prepped it in time. but Clarice is fuming.
You can go first, Laura.
I like kind of gently say her name because this is an embarrassing situation to come in, walk in on.
With a very stern face, you hear, "What?" And then, oh, I'm sorry. Everyone out. And she looks at all the captains, and they file out. Conlos kind of sticks around for another moment, and she goes, "You can stay." And he'll walk around. Clarice will kind of turn to you and Omniven, and she'll be like, "What can I do for you guys? I can't thank you enough for saving my life last night."
Of course, you seem a lot better.
One of the senior medics used some healing magic on me. As she kind of steps forward, you notice she's limping a little bit. It seems like they set the leg, they splinted it. She can kind of limp around, but it's still hurting her.
Of course. Well, I'm happy to see that you're doing better. Do you know where Toriel is?
Conlos will Clarice will look at Conlos. Conlos will kind of shake his head. You notice he kind of has a bloody bandage swooping down around his head, and there's kind of a nice little fresh gash on his face, so it'll probably scar up pretty nice. And he'll just be like, "I have not seen her. We fear the worst. Many did not survive last night."
Brandon, would you like to do what we were discussing?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Brandon's going to do the big smell so that Brandon and I can go find Toriel.
I can smell too, bitch.
I was talking to you, bitch.
All right. So we do have some big questions. I do have some questions for you. The big smell, is that perception check with advantage?
Yes.
All right. Second question. Do you have anything of Toriel's to track her by?
Shit.
Because you have canine senses.
She went into a tree last.
You have canine senses. You still need something to track.
Yeah.
What tree?
So.
Well, couldn't you guys also go see Clarice and see if
Yeah, she might have
they
something.
have something?
Yeah, they might have something.
And it's in their interest to find her too. Like if they're worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kyle and I are so worried.
Yeah, no, we're not. That's sarcasm. We're not worried at all.
No, I mean, I'm talking about
Yes.
Clarice
Yes.
and
Yes.
Brandon, do our stones? Can we talk to each other with the stones? Don't we have stones? Or is
I have
Or is that
one.
just a Madam-
He has a stone to Madame Ale.
That's it.
Okay.
No good cell phone.
I can ask Clarice. I was like, where was the last time you saw her? Did you see her be attacked? Is she
Toriel, she said she was going to fight on the front lines. Odd.
She went into a tree like a bitch.
Odd for her, but heroic. I can't say I had the bravery to last night.
Heroic.
You were plenty brave last night.
You kind of see Clarice frown a little bit. You notice she has a dagger strapped at her side now. She's like, "I appreciate that, but I was not brave last night. You were. You have my thanks. The city owes you great thanks. But if I cannot help you any further, and please let me know if I can, I have to strategize because we have no reason to believe this is going to stop tonight."
Mm-hmm. Of course.
You'll hear her. She'll call for a runner. The runner will come in, and she'll basically tell him, "I'll be making an announcement at noon today. Tell everyone you can." Conlas will kind of be like, "My lady," and she'll hold up a hand and be like, "I've spoken, Conlas."
I nod and exit the tent. Omniven, if you need to say anything to her.
And what is this plan to strategize that you have tonight?
Well, she'll kind of flip through a few notes. She pulls out a little leather book and flips through a few notes, closing it, and she'll be like, "We'll be tightening the perimeter. We currently don't have the men to hold the walls, so we're abandoning them. We're going to barricade as much as we can, and pray. I'm going to offer the option for anyone who wants to evacuate the city, but the reality of the situation is there's no reason to assume they won't be attacked on the road, and the nearest city is several days' travel. But that will be their choice. There are preparations to make."
And has there been anyone from any nearby cities who have come to Logail and spoken anything similar happening?
Say that again.
Has there been anyone from out of town that has come to Logail over the past few days, like other than us, who has seen if anything similar happened, like in Bran?
She'll kind of hold up her hands. She'll be like, "We have a steady stream of merchants and travelers coming through the city. None that usually bother to come talk to me, and none that I bother to meet with, to be honest with you. No one has spoken to my knowledge of anything like this happening in another city. I believe it is unique to Logail. We have tried to summon reinforcements from Bast, but I don't think any of my messengers have made it through."
All right then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn and leave with Laura.
She'll kind of nod and give Omniven. She'll kind of give you a good, if circumstances were different, smile. I wouldn't be so coarse with you. Turn on her heel and start talking to Conlos. Conlos will motion for his captains to come back in, and you hear them kind of start talking about battle strategies. And somebody's saying like we could collapse buildings. Another person was saying we can gather all the carts in the city. But basically, they're just trying to figure out the best way to fortify what they have left.
Mason, I would like... Or Brandon, we're still at the end, right? Or did we go with them?
I'm still at the end.
Okay.
Sent you a message.
Yep. I would like to attempt to talk to my patron again.
Roll me a percentile dice.
Am I close enough to snoop?
You're not in the fucking inn.
You're not in the fucking inn.
I'm gonna go to my room.
Fuck.
Bitch.
Yeah. Sorry, Brandon.
It's okay.
85.
Ooh.
So, with your brand and with an 85, you grab your sword. Is there any special way you want to try to contact your patron?
I mean, yeah, just because thematically, she is my sword, so yeah, I'm just kind of like communing with my sword and asking her if she knows anything.
You raise your blade, hilt first, head down to your head, and you touch your forehead. And as you do, you feel icy hands grab your head, crushing down. And you hear in your mind, "What do you want, boy?"
We're dealing with a situation of animals attacking the city. I was wondering if you have any knowledge of what might be causing this.
I told you, powerful magic. Are you too dumb to realize that?
Does it have anything to do... It's the Lord of the fucking... Here, give me a second. I forget the name. Lord of the Wood. Does it have anything to do with the Lord of the Wood?
I care not about the Lord of the Wood, nor what plagues this village. Though, a sorcerer who's able to use 10th level magic does interest me. Do not contact me again unless you have more information, boy. Your little games bore me. You feel your head rip back. You take 3 points of necrotic damage.
Alright, fair enough.
Just a curious player. When you say 10th level, do you mean they're level 10? Or their spell slot is level 10? Because there's two very different things.
What do you think I mean, Brandon?
I'm really hoping it's just 10th level sorcerer and that's it.
Me too.
Considering they don't talk about levels in this world. And she said a sorcerer that can use 10th level magic.
It smells hot.
Fuck.
That's level 22.
That's Lord of the Wood.
That's level 22. Oh my god. Literally, they can destroy us when we die.
What did you say, Brandon?
Literally point at us when we die. There's literally a spell that they point at you, and if you were under 100 HP,
Power
you
word kill,
die.
baby.
That's it. No rolls, no nothing. You're dead.
Dead.
So we think that's Lord of the Wood potentially.
You guys don't think anything. You guys don't know shit.
Right.
Kyle, maybe
Yes.
I wasn't clear. Your patrons seemed very dismissive at that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it did seem to make her angry. So
that I was asking about the Lord of the Wood, or
no, that you would suggest something so stupid.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back down to the main space of the inn, or whatever, and wait for everyone else to get back.
It's about 10 o'clock when everyone's able to powwow. Everyone's had their meals. Clarice, Omniven, you met. Laura, Omniven, you met with Clarice. Yes, Brandon.
I'm just thinking to myself.
Okay.
Does Ed have any marks on his face? He took damage. Does he have any physical?
Very good, Caitlin. You see Ed actually has 5 fingerprints.
Damn it.
On
I didn't
the
think of that.
forehead and into his eyes, and they all look this cold blue.
I don't think anything of it.
Hey, Mason.
Yeah.
Could you say that while they're going to, track down Clarice and talk to her, and if Kanika were to maybe eat her breakfast kind of quickly.
Do you want another hour?
I'll take whatever I can get.
You may have another hour.
Yeah. 2 more hours, guys.
As Kanika is just studying a scroll like,
Chelsea, I'm sorry, but I think it's really funny that I got through it faster, and you're the one that really fucking wants it.
It sure is funny, Kyle.
So when the group's at least a few people, Henry's rather curious, to say a word, where Tariel is, and so he's going to suggest the party to try to find Tariel.
Well, and also Melrai.
Yeah, the fuck he is.
That's a problem for Encounters back.
Actually, Melrai during this time would have, as you're having your little powwow, and almost as you say that, Melrai appears, and people fight back the urge to say, "Speak the devil." But Melrai will tell you, and you kind of see his, beautiful face is marred in dirt and sweat and blood. And he will basically tell you he has been in the southern half of the city fighting. He had a contact who he needed to talk to yesterday. But he'll basically say, "Oh, whatever you guys need to do it. I'm going to try to save as many lives here as I can." And after he eats a quick bowl of stew, he kind of goes on off, stealing a bag of bandages and healing supplies from one of the medics, and leaping roof to roof, trying to find more wounded.
Alright.
So Melrai is very much alive.
That's good.
Alright.
Well, we can always check the training grounds of the druids again.
Yeah.
Brandon, what do you think of the thing that I messaged you?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, secrets don't make friends, guys. Come on.
That is true. Yes.
We're just trying to figure out a way to RP it that we can get an article for clothing for me to smell her.
Sure.
Or for Harrows to smell her as well.
Yes, or Harris. We're just trying to figure out a way
Yeah.
that we're metagaming it and we can actually RP it.
I very much want to find her.
Smell.
For probably not the same reason as the rest of the party, but
Smell Squad is a thing that I love. But you guys know from talking to her, she usually spends her days meditating in the training ground. So while it might not be an article of clothing, there might be something there, maybe her spot, that you might
Like a
get
yoga mat.
a scent off. Yeah, like you didn't see a yoga mat; it was just wood. But you know,
A yoga wood.
when you guys did encounter her, despite her being an elf, she was sweating. It was the heat of the day. There might be something there that you can track.
So both me and Harrows can smell her. Both get advantage on the roll.
Potentially.
Find her. Okay.
It is the best lead you can that you have at the moment.
Okay.
Let's go then.
As long as
If-
Harris is okay with that. I don't want to speak for him.
Smell Squad.
Smell squad.
You guys go. You guys make pretty good time. It still takes you about 3 hours as you make your way through the woods at a brisk pace. Important. Do you take the horses? Because it will take longer if you do not take horses.
we probably should then.
Yeah.
I'm okay taking horses.
Yeah.
You guys go to your stables. The horses
Dire
and the
donkey.
dire donkey are absolutely fine. It seems like this part of the city wasn't much touched. You take them, you go your 3 hours outside the city. It is now 1 p.m. and you get to the druid training grounds. Give me a second. Is that the one I need? It is not.
I'm afraid it's a stat block.
Brandon, would I do such a thing?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, so I've been playing with D&D with you long enough to know that yes, you would.
Whenever you're looking for something, 9 times out of 10, it's a stat block.
Changing roll 20.
All right.
Hey, you never know with Mason.
So you guys get out there. You find the druid training ground, much like depicted in the picture, surrounded by trees, though. And there's the giant stump that Tariel had been meditating on. Does anyone want to roll me a perception check?
Does this involve smelling or hearing?
No, this is pretty much all sight-based.
Okay.
14.
I got a nat 20 on my perception.
11.
11, 14. Harros, what'd you get?
I'm still rolling.
Okay, no worries.
I got a mod 20.
16.
16. All right. We'll start with the low numbers. Chelsea and Omniven, you guys kind of walk forward, and you notice the area around the stump that was once lush grass is now burnt. Not a large area, but just enough. Harros and Ed, you guys look. Perception check if you want, Caitlin. You guys look, and you notice that on the stump where Tariel had been, sitting, a small amount of dirt has been crumbled. Ed, you brush your hands against the trunk, noticing indents where Tariel had been sitting, like literally right where she had been sitting. And using the eyes of the runekeeper, you make out the symbols: earth, fire, water, air.
We're dealing with benders!
We just finished Avatar, baby.
Mason,
Everything
would
changed.
I
Fire
know
can
what
attack.
language it is?
What?
Would I know what language it is, or can I just read it?
It's druidic.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Chair.
But also, Kyle, as you brush your hand along this stump is bone dry.
Bone dry.
Bone dry. Thank you, Brandon. I was trying to remember what that was from. I'm like, it's from something. From
Bones can be wet.
Depends, I guess.
You like licking on bones, and Nathan, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, it can't be a coincidence that around the stump is burned and there were just fires.
Oh no, okay. I'm gonna inform the party of the fucking druidic symbols in the stump.
All of the party, other than Melora, cannot read that at all.
Oh, I'm gonna translate it for them.
Okay, you inform them that is in fact there.
Yeah. And there's no way that it's a coincidence that there are like the elemental symbols on this stump, and it's like there's fucking burned. I don't like that. I don't trust Ariel.
Okay. So is it sectioned off then? Like, is it like how's it?
Oh yeah,
set up?
Yeah.
So you guys know how kind of the avatar symbols are. So earth, fire, water, air.
So it's like four quadrants.
Yeah, four quadrants, but it's not separated by a line or anything. It's
okay.
So I want to put. Is there any water? I have water in my water skin. I'm gonna pour some water skin on the water symbol.
As you pour the water on the stump, you watch as
nothing happens.
You pour just a few.
I'm gonna fucking breathe on the air symbol.
You don't need to do that. As you
I want to fucking breathe.
As you pour the water, you watch as a small green sprout springs to life and grows and grows and wraps, and the vines start arching and more sprouts until out of this stump an archway of vines and wood form and a door appears. And on the door, Melora and Ed, you guys see more druidic writing, and three lines appear.
I did something.
What does it say?
Give me a second.
Oh, I did something. If it says "do not open," I'm opening it.
Are we fucking like
Shut the fuck up, Henry.
druid
Remember
circle
how
now?
that went last time?
Really well.
We're gonna release another Naga.
Oh
Hey,
god.
it could be the other Naga that's supposed to help us, and the two Nagas fight.
That would be good.
Hey, Brandon, remember, this doesn't work.
Levi Capacious.
Levi Capacious.
All right.
Remember, guys, this doesn't work.
Line 1. Who would like to read it?
I do.
I mean, I'm assuming I can't.
There's only two of us that can read it, so yeah.
Oh wait.
Also,
like,
so all in the beautiful flowing writing of the druids. If you guys didn't have your abilities, they would just look like normal flows in the wood. But you read Melora. If complete, it will undoubtedly corrupt. What am I?
Mason is puzzles.
I turned to Ed. I was like, "What? Any ideas?"
Not at the moment. We should probably inform the rest of
Are you
the
reading?
party about this. No, we're not reading.
Okay.
We should probably read the second line.
What was
too.
the hint? What was the hint?
The first line reads, "If complete, it will undoubtedly corrupt. What
Can
am
I grab a? Oh, what am I?
So many.
So,
A
yeah.
government?
Power?
The
Well, we
police.
gotta tell you first.
Yeah.
Sorry?
We should probably
Government
tell them.
Chelsea.
Do you
right?
tell them?
Yes.
We say the line.
Henry, you scratch your chin and you go, power? And Ed and Melora, you watch as the druidic symbol of power appears next to the line.
What's the next line?
All right. This one is longer, you notice. Something you know, nobody knows. And everyone knows something that you don't. We all know something, nobody knows everything. And you know something, someone doesn't know. What else
Christ.
could nobody know?
Okay.
I'm gonna inform the party. Yeah.
So something you know, nobody knows.
Mm-hmm. And everyone knows something you don't. We all know something, nobody knows everything. And you know something someone doesn't know. What else could nobody know?
Nothing.
Still just got the
Nothing.
second sentence. Jesus Christ. Okay.
That might work.
No.
No.
Oh.
There is a third line.
What?
Okay.
Some try to hide, some try to cheat, but in the end, we will always meet. What am I?
Death.
Faith.
The druidic symbol of death appears. But Fate
Mason, that totally would have rhymed with "but we all beat or meet," and that's what I'm fucking laughing. I'm sorry.
Fate was also a good one, Nathan.
Thank you.
Ours is just those three. And the second one's the only one that no symbols come up next to.
That is true. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What was? Can you read the second one again, Mason?
Well.
Right. Something you know nobody knows, and everyone knows something you don't. We all know something. Nobody knows everything, and you know something someone doesn't know. What else could nobody know?
Your life?
You. Yeah.
As another symbol appears, as Henry says your life, it goes out and then condenses, and you see the druidic symbol, Ed and Melora, of knowledge. The lines condense, scramble, and another line appears. Power, knowledge, and death await, though I fear not in that order. As the ground around you starts shaking, and from 3 mounds surrounding this giant oak tree, you see the forms of winged lions with giant scorpion tails rising, made it completely of vines and thorns. Give me a second.
I'm gonna instantly ready my sword.
I will draw mine as well.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, Kanika's gonna be.
What do you have to pull out? You have claws.
I've got my badass sword, remember?
Oh yeah, you got that. Too.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
As does anyone want to give me a history check? As these
Yeah.
Sure. Why
Oh,
not?
I've been rolling great with history today.
Does this have to do with Fae, Fiend, or Undead?
It does not. Well, actually, yeah, they're fake. I'm sorry, Brandon. I like it.
17.
Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry.
Probably not.
Also 17.
14.
Why does my character she keep resetting back to last night? Stop it.
All right.
1 second. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
I'm sorry, Melrai. You don't get to be there.
Friggin' 23.
For history? All right. All right. Anyone who rolled above a 15 knows these to be manticores, though
That's what I thought.
definitely not the traditional manticore.
Yeah.
The manticore is like made out of vines?
Henry, you know that they are made of like vines and wood, and you see flowers sprouting from their chests. Henry, you know these to be fey creatures. They're probably fey spirits that have been like summoned or bound to these bodies to protect a place, usually of great importance.
Got it. So they're druidic guardians.
Or just natural guardians bound to this place.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm conflicted.
All right.
They are kind of prowling around you, not coming forward at the moment.
Is that doorway like still open or what?
Ed, you put your hand towards it, and all three of them growl in unison and move closer.
All right.
Threateningly.
Who has the lowest AC? Is it
lowest?
Caitlin?
Hey, he just fucking moved within 5 feet of me. I could attack that bitch.
Do you want to do that?
No, I'm not gonna attack that bitch.
Caitlin, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on you.
Okay. Thank you.
So your AC goes up by 2, and it's gonna be
Yay.
for 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's concentration, so I'll remember that.
Okay.
Everyone give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, I think I'm good at that actually. So.
Damn.
Guess who isn't?
Pretty decent.
Is it against being charmed or frightened?
It is not technically charmed.
Oof, Callie.
I'm sorry, no.
Oh shit, I got a new one here.
Yeah.
My defender.
All right. Anyone who rolls
Before we attack or anything.
anyone who rolls above a 15, you just hear the growling snarl as roots and vines, and as these things open their mouth, you see stones are placed in place of teeth. Anyone who rolled below a 15 hears in the back of their mind, "Who are you to enter this most holy of places?"
In response to them showing their teeth, I would like to change and show my teeth.
Into dog form.
Yeah,
Oh god.
Big dog.
I feel threatened.
As DM rolls dice.
Oh,
All right. Brandon, you
Did Brandon fuck us over another time now?
you turn into dog form and one lunges at your throat, clamping down and ripping.
Is he 5 feet next to me?
Yes, he is. Brandon, that's a nat 20. I'm gonna roll for damage, and then we're gonna roll for initiative.
Unless Nathan uses his reaction
Yeah.
to impose disadvantage on the roll.
Do you want to do that, Nathan?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say thematically you are within 5 feet.
That is also within 5 feet of me.
We will just move you there. Fuck it.
At least currently where I am.
We'll say you're there.
It's why I
and we'll put
didn't
that
take
there.
the defense.
That's also within 5 feet of me. So
oh.
Okay.
hit him as he goes for Brandon.
So, did you not take the defense? Or are you doing that?
No, I'm using my what is it called? Protection, not
Okay.
defense.
So to impose disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do.
I was just saying, like, protection is the attack style, fighting style. If I chose defense, make it easier.
17 AC.
Okay. That's actually different. Alright. So, this manticore swipes at you twice. He comes in with the bite and goes right for your throat. Harrows imposes a shield right at the last second, bashing away. Claw comes light and fast, scraping across your chest plate and raking you for...
Is this me?
Yes, it is hitting you, Brandon. 3 plus 3. So that is going to hit you for 6 damage.
Magical or silver?
This is magical damage, yes.
Since it attacks something that's not me, that's a 3 within 5 feet of me, I'm gonna hit it.
Alright, please do, Kyle.
Does a 13 hit it?
A 13 does not hit it. As
Okay.
it nimbly dodges out of the way. Everyone roll me initiative.
That's good. I like that.
And there's another low roll. Do I ever move first in this game?
You are a paladin. Dexterity's not your strong suit.
It's true.
Unless you make Mason's dexterity paladin.
Hi.
Then dexterity is your strong suit.
18, Caitlin. 13. Kanika, what'd you get?
14.
14, thank you. And Amiven?
14.
14. All right.
No,
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah? Yes? No?
Yeah. 14.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. We are going to start at the top of the order with Ed Stoutflame.
Let's go. So I'm gonna attack the one that just tried to attack. Well, did attack Brandon.
Okay. Yeah, roll me an attack.
Mod 20.
It hits. Roll me damage.
That's 13 magical damage.
Okay. Christ.
I hit like a truck.
You do hit like a truck.
Kind of a truck.
Henry.
What'd you say, Mason? Sorry, what'd you say, Nathan?
Henry, it is your turn.
I'll take 3 points of damage.
All right.
I'm imbuing my weapon, and I'm just gonna hit the guy who tried to hit me. Well, who did hit me?
We do it on the deck.
15?
15 does hit. Roll me damage.
That. 18.
18. Owie. As you cleave into this thing, you watch as it reels back, roaring, and comes back angry. It is the wounded one's turn.
And I'm gonna move mobile after the attack. It doesn't have to attack.
All right, that's fair. It really wants you though. All right. You see this thing kind of hiss, and you watch as the scorpion tail
I hit back.
bristles out. And Henry, as you move back, you watch as this manticore flings 3 barbs all at Kanika.
Oh, sorry, Chelsea.
Well, I hissed back.
Wait. It attacks something that's not me and it's within 5 feet of me. I have my reaction because it's just my turn.
Okay, yeah, you should do that.
Let's go, I'm attacking it.
Also,
Oh.
or is it
Fuck!
Sentinel's dumb.
That's a 24 to hit.
I'm just gonna move my computer so you know I'm not fucking trying to kill you, Kanika.
hang on, are these ranged attacks?
Fuck, you're not gonna see that. Yeah, they are all ranged attacks. But-
I would also like to do my deflect missiles.
Okay, so here's the thing about that.
They have to miss, don't they?
No, they have to hit.
They have to
If
hit
they
her.
hit me, and I can reduce the damage.
All right, so I'm gonna read off to you. I have a 24 to hit, a 22, and a nat 20.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna roll damage for the nat 20 first.
Okay.
Down goes the cat.
I swear to God.
7. So that's 10 damage from that. Do you want to
Okay,
roll the
hang on.
deflect missile?
Yep, so then I roll 1d10 plus 7, so let me just find my d10.
Christ.
Yup.
Where is...
Well, Mason, 24 to hit it, so I'm gonna roll you damage here quick.
Yeah, please do.
that would be 15, so I completely I negate the damage from that one.
Okay,
And you can spend a key point to eat it back if you'd like.
if you
I
would like.
could.
All right, Kyle.
I'll decide after
Yeah.
after we do all of them.
All right. So then the second and the third one, I'm gonna roll for them together. That's 12, 6, 18 damage.
From both of them, but I need to do individually, because I can do that for every ranged attack.
Does it take up your reaction?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you can only do it once.
I was about to say every ranged attack.
Because that's
Okay.
kind of insane.
So that's 8.
I remember, it's because I was watching Critical Role today, and she gets more reactions. She's at a higher level, and she can have more than one reaction. So that's why I was thinking I could do it once.
All right, so that's 18 magic damage.
Okay.
That was 12 magic damage back to it from
Yep,
me.
I already got it.
Okay.
It is the.
I'm gonna spend a key point to eat one of those back. The one that I caught.
Yeah, the one you caught. All right, roll me 2 hit.
I believe. Okay.
So it's going to be dexterity.
Attack as a weapon.
It's going to be.
So I'll just it's gonna be like my dart.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. That's an unnatural 20.
Cool. Roll me damage.
What would it would just be the same damage as my dart, or what?
Oh, here, I'll roll damage on it. All right. You watch as it strikes it in behind the shoulder blade for 8 damage, sinking deep. Owie.
Sick.
That thing's gotta be
Oh, it's really fucked up.
And that
Okay,
was
I was gonna say like
That was
beat the
that
shit
one.
out of that thing.
Now it's this one's turn. Omnivan?
Disadvantage because Steel Defender.
All right. So does a 23 and a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. One of those was a nat 20. I just want you to know. And then Steel Defender imposed disadvantage. Fuck. Alright. 9, 6, 15 damage.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
Omnivan, it is your turn.
Great. All right. I'm gonna. Oh, I can't do that, can I?
Do I
Do I
have
have
a
disadvantage being right next to them?
You would have disadvantage for being right next to him.
Oh, is there a way for my Steel Defender to like cover my opportunity attack? So I can get away? No? Okay, great. That's fine. Alright, then I will attack at,
Well,
wait.
just a second. Its reaction resets on its turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it just won't be able to impose disadvantage again until its next turn. So you could disadvantage the attack, but it wouldn't cover it, and it also doesn't guarantee it misses.
That's okay. Then I'll just use it to defend me again if need be and take damage. I mean, give damage. So let's see. Shit. Mistakes were made. 7, I am assuming, does not hit.
7 unfortunately does not hit as you throw up a shot with your blunderbuss, and it just goes a little bit above its shoulder as it kind of ducks underneath.
Then I'm gonna use my Steel Defender's attack.
Okay.
22 to hit.
22 does hit. Roll me damage.
Go.
Good.
And that's gonna be 5 damage.
5 damage. The Steel Defender kind of lurches forward with its wings, bringing them together in a slicing motion. Doesn't quite get it, but you do see blood. Well, what you assume to be blood that looks like a green ichor.
Alright.
Kanika, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna attack the one that's right in front of me and Henry.
Alright, roll.
16 to hit.
16 does hit. Roll me damage.
That is 8 damage.
Alright.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action and also spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows, so I get 2 attacks with my claws.
Okay. You can roll them together if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll just do that. So that is a 18 on one and a 16 on the other, so they both hit. Right? 16 is the lowest?
16 and 18
Yeah.
both hit, yes. Sorry, I was looking at a stat block.
It's all good. That is... So that's another 12 damage.
12 damage. Very nice. You come in, slashing with your sword, catching it clean across the wing, and then as it's kind of reeling, you hit it 1, 2, pommel of the sword, and kind of watch it stagger for a moment before regaining its footing. Melora, it is your turn.
I quickly go to my satchel. I dip my finger in a vial that I have, put it on my lips, and I cast Suggestion on the what one is it? It's the one that's least damaged.
That guy
So the
right.
strongest one.
Manticore.
Well, yeah, Manticore. The one that doesn't
Alright.
have as much.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, be still,
All right.
and he needs to make or whatever needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. So it's 12 wisdom. It's not great. 13.
Okay, so it had to beat a 13.
It does not because of my shield of faith.
It's not AC.
Oh. Oh, shut up.
Okay, so you're doing Pi goes to roller, right?
I am doing tie goes to roller. You kind of see a flicker of recognition in this thing's eyes as you speak to it in common. But you just hear a growl in the back of your head and you know it didn't take. It came close, it could understand you, the spell was close, but this thing's will was just too strong.
I hate
It rolled a 12. It has a +1. I'm sorry. All right. Haros, it is your turn.
Yes. I would like to hit a bitch.
All right.
That's fair.
Just the one right in front of yeah, the one that's down to the right of me.
Yep.
This one?
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, we do have
Alright.
our pinging.
I swing with my warhammer. Does a 13 hit?
You swing, and this thing is able to kind of
Do it.
dodge. 13 does not hit.
Yep. That's my turn.
It is the third Manticore's turn. Henry, you watch as a tail bristles out and fires 3 shots right at your face.
Me? This one right here?
Okay, I swear to God, I'm not fudging these rolls. I swear to
Is
God.
it this one right here?
No,
Just roll another couple nat 20s.
it's that one in
This
front.
one.
23, 23, nat 20.
What?
Oh my
What
god.
actual hell?
Those will
18,
hit. Those will hit.
18, nat 20.
Those will hit. Yep, that.
Holy fuck, Mason.
I'm gonna
I
roll
got
the.
some of those rolls for
I'm
once.
gonna roll the nat 20 first.
Feels.
Alright. The nat 20 deals you 7 damage, Brandon.
What kind of damage?
Piercing. Magic.
Is that magical?
It is magic.
Brandon, you're in wolf form, correct?
Yes, but if it's magical or silvered, I do not get happy.
Oh, yep, that's right.
And then from the 2 normal attacks that hit you, you take 13 damage.
Holy shit.
He's like, this was just yesterday.
It is now
Last
the top of the.
minute.
It is now the top of the order with Ed.
I'm gonna fucking hit a bitch.
All right. Which this bitch right there?
Yes, that
Alright.
bitch right there.
Roll me an attack.
And hopefully kill it. I would hope so.
Hi,
One second.
Carol.
Mama
Does a
Carol.
15 hit it?
15 does hit. Roll me damage.
Let's go. 12 magical damage.
12. You watch this thing stagger, barely on its feet. Green ichor dripping from every pore in its body as you sink your giant sword into it. It is still on its feet, but
God.
barely.
Fuck that bitch. If he attacks me, he's gonna fucking die. Swear to God.
All right, Henry.
I will
it is your
burn that
turn.
bitch with fire if he attacks me.
My turn?
It is your turn. So,
Okay.
just to say, this one looks pretty horrible.
16 on my wisdom saving throw, so I don't get angry.
That's good. That's good.
Because I'd have to roll a d4, and it would decide which one of these 4 people around me I would hit. So, I was trying to do this anyway before I was hurt, so
Yeah.
I'm going to step this way, and draw its attention away from Melora and Kadika, just so it doesn't hit them. Plus, knowing that I might lose sight of the fight, like just as my character, I want to move away from my friends as much as possible.
Why do we have a blood hunter?
And so is it flanked or no?
It is flanked. Roll with advantage.
Hit it.
Oh hell yeah, Brandon.
Does a 23 hit it?
That'll do the trick. Why don't you roll me damage?
Like that. I'm gonna re-roll that because I can. 21 damage.
Hey.
Your sword glows the sickly, blazing blue light. Oh, okay, Kyle. Good to know. The sickly, blazing blue light as it ignites, and you sink it deep into the manticore as it charges you. You rip it out, soaked in green ichor. It burns a deep black. It is still alive, but that hurt. Bad.
Good. Let me check something quick. Yeah, no. Okay, cool.
So
I feel like, hurting myself more would be a bad idea.
it is true. This thing turns to Ed, who has been beating the crap out of it. This one right there.
Yeah, I did some. Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Nope, not yet. You will get your turn.
I'm beat the crap out of that one too.
You are. But this one's on death's doorstep. And you watch its tail bristle as it fires 3 times.
Ed has a 15 AC?
I believe so.
This is at Kanika.
Ed.
Ed.
Only one is gonna hit,
I'm gonna
so
impose disadvantage.
son of a bitch. None are gonna hit as every single shot goes wide, just kind of grazing your head, Ed, as Harrows has stuck his shield in front of the one that was gonna hit you right in the face.
So he's not taking 3d10 fire damage.
He is not taking 3d10 fire damage,
Fuck.
which would have been funny, because that probs would have killed him.
Save that for the one
Good.
that has a lot of health left.
All right.
Oh, I've got 2.
It is the one in front of Omniven. Omniven, noticing your Steel Defender and how it's impeding him, he is going to take all 3 shots at the Steel Defender.
Ooh, okay.
You roll. Look at roll. Tell them what you see.
It's dead.
Oh no!
15 non-mod, 19 non-mod, and a 20 natural.
Another nat
Third
20?
nat 20.
Mason.
Well, the
Every
It's like your
single time.
3rd one? Holy fuck.
just the 2, the 19, and the
What D&D gods are smiling?
Yeah, it's a bad time.
Oh wait, shit, no.
All right. So
This is what I
Alright,
get for
guys.
not taking any damage.
Plan.
for last
Do
season.
plan. We find Mason in the campaign. We kill him. Campaign over.
all right.
Bye.
So the crit deals 12 damage to the Steel Defender. Magic.
Okay.
And the 2 other attacks that hit, oh fuck, deal 20.
I mean, my Steel Defender doesn't really have HP points. I think I just need to repair it now. Does that be a lot? It doesn't really tell me how much it can take. I
Okay.
think it just breaks apart.
I'm assuming it's not more than 32.
Oh wait, it does.
It
It has
has
15
hit points.
Is it?
I think it's
Can
Can it roll
broken.
a permadeath?
I think he's
No, it can,
That bitch.
I don't think.
Technically, it doesn't die.
Omniven, you watch in horror as the first shot batters the Steel Defender, and it turns to you, eyes full of trust, and the second and third shot knocks the life out of it, blasting gaping holes in its armor.
Give me that. I think it's going down.
It
As
is,
much as I can do in melee fight, which is much.
it is Omniven's turn. I'm just gonna...
Okay. 5. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a pebble And I'm gonna try to use catapult on this bitch. And hope it works. It needs a dex.
Rocks.
Yeah, we're throwing rocks. It needs a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, 12 plus dex is 15.
No, it didn't work. Okay, so that didn't work. And I have no bonus action.
So Omni then holds a pebble right in front of its head and lets go. You guys watch as the pebble cracks, barely missing it, but flying at intense speeds.
And I don't think. Yeah, I think I have to wait till we're out of combat. That means for mending because it's or I have to be able to touch it. So
Kanika,
it's an action.
Kanika, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna swing at that bitch.
Alright. Please swing.
Ooh, baby. That's a natural 18 plus 6.
That'll
so
hit.
hold on.
Roll me damage.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that is 10 damage.
Oof. You slash this thing with the sword. It cleaves in a deadly arc, and you watch as Icar splatters on the ground. It is still standing. It is not.
Alright, fine. I'll use my bonus action to attack it.
Alright.
That is a 14.
That hits. Barely
Hell yeah.
making contact.
That is, 5 damage.
Alright. You follow up with your fist, and it kind of recoils from you, snarling. Melora, it is your turn.
I want to. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do.
It is one.
Hit this one.
Both of these are very wounded.
They're both very wounded. I do want to hit that one, but I'm trying to decide how I want to hit it.
This one?
Yeah.
I'll pick it again.
That.
Alright.
Okay. I know what I want to do. Okay. I want to cast magic missile. At it.
Alright. Roll me magic missile damage.
Okay, magic missile. I don't have to even try to.
Magic missile hits automatically if you can see it.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Let's do it.
Because magic missile.
Casting.
Yeah.
3. 3 for damage.
Magic missile.
And magic missile has. I thought it had
Wait.
3 little boots.
Wait. Let me check. Yeah.
I could be wrong though.
Right. I'm on D&D Beyond using their dice.
Okay, so magic missile. You create a glowing dart of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice and see within range. A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage. The darts all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature, both or several. When you cast the spell using a second level slot or higher, the spell creates 1 more dot for each spell slot above first. So,
Okay.
it's 1d4 damage plus 1. If you use a second level slot, it'll be 2d4 damage plus 1 each. So,
Okay. I'm casting it as first level spell.
so 1d4 plus 1.
Yep.
So that's 3 damage.
Yep.
Okay. 3 damage as you open your hands and a small bolt of electricity, kind of like electricity charged light, zaps out, arcing high and then zapping down on the mana core. It is still alive. Not by much. Heros, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna go for another Warhammer attack. Or actually, how wounded is the one in front of me?
On its last legs, you know a solid hit will kill this thing.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna run around it. Does that provide flanking?
That does not provide flanking.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, but I have had flanking on the one that I attacked.
No, not without Melora being right there. Because it's
Wasn't
still.
she there during my turn though?
Oh yeah, she would have been. If you want to see if you would have rolled a crit.
I just want to see if I crit.
Yep.
I didn't.
Okay. Cool. All right, Harros.
Swings my warhammer.
All right.
There we go. That's better. 23.
It hits. Roll me damage.
I shall. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
How do you want to do it, Harros?
There it is.
I just nice and simple. Seeing that it's wounded, I'm just gonna basically like bludgeon its wings in, and just like after I'm hit it, I don't like swing and continue swinging. I kind of just like push it down on the manticore.
You do exactly as you described, kind of pushing the manticore's dead corpse off you. You knew that shot would kill it. It just needed one good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is the manticore's turn. Not that one though.
Frick.
Henry,
Taking
having gotten attacked from behind, this manticore turns to you, tail bristling, firing in your face.
Tell me the first one.
It's gonna be first one. 16.
That misses, so I would like to repose.
Okay.
Roll a 16 hit.
A 16 does hit. Roll me damage.
Oh. Drop my die. Second. Oh my.
Do you max damage or
I
what?
max damage again. So 21.
21. Wow, okay. Henry.
Do its 3 attacks happen at once though?
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay, yeah.
you
So-
kill, you slice into this thing, cleaving its neck from its body, watching the life drain out of it, as a barb comes whipping into your shoulder. 19.
To hit? Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
hits.
Whipping into your shoulder, dealing you 4 damage. But the manticore slumps over, dead.
Did it miss its third one?
It did miss its third one.
Thank God. I would like to narrate how I killed it. Can I do that?
Yeah, of course. How would you like to do it, Brent?
Yes. In classic like Lord of the Rings kind of style, where like the orc will pick up the elf and just stab it through the stomach and then just toss it to the side. Kind of like one of those.
So you get this thing around the neck as it's kind of lunging forward, and you see the panic in its eyes. As in your wolf form, you're able to lift it 3-4 feet, as this is a big creature, and stab it in the gut, wrenching up and out the top of it. Ed, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move right there. I'm gonna fucking hit that bitch.
Alright, roll to hit him.
At least I'm going to attempt to hit that bitch. I'm gonna assume that 20 hits it.
22 does hit it. Please roll me damage.
Yeah. 13.
13.
Magical.
You cleave into it with your packed weapon, and it snarls at you. Henry, it is your turn.
Please God.
Oh, because I'm closest, aren't I?
Did you fail your save?
Shit.
Oh.
You didn't nat. Did you nat?
I crit failed on my
Thank God.
wisdom save, and I crit success on
No!
my hit.
Henry.
I'm going down, guys. I only have 13 HP.
Henry, do you...
If you kill me, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
Oh, oh my God. Literally the highest on my dice is a 2, and I will not choose to re-roll.
No.
Reroll.
11 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Jesus fucking
2
Christ.
HP in a dream, guys.
Kanika,
Brandon.
you're facing the
Why
other.
did you do this?
You're facing the other way, and you're kind of getting down in your stance to run as Henry comes out of nowhere, kind of swinging his sword, and like for a moment you're kind of like my ally, and then the sword comes down into your back.
My eyes are blood red, and my it's everything I'm doing is like not. You're used to seeing me fluid with all of my motions and everything I do. What I'm doing is more just like flailing.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Is this because I'm a cat?
Oh.
Yes.
This is revenge for Katie.
God. All right. The tensions flare as it is.
Kanika's very hurt.
As
Like,
it
not just physically, but, like, emotionally.
As it
It's
is
fair.
Kanika's taking psychological damage.
Yeah.
Where my D6 go at?
The manticore kind of snarls as it's being boxed in, its tail shudder, and it sees where it just decimated something, and it fires towards Melora.
And it's gonna get hit by me.
Okay.
Sentinel!
Yeah! Yeah, that's gonna hit.
16,
Oh.
18, 8. 14 to hit, Kyle? Or 14 damage?
Damage.
Oof. Melora, I'm guessing an 8 does not hit you, but I think
It does not.
I think the other two do, if I'm not mistaken.
What numbers were they?
16 and 18.
Okay, yeah, those two do hit.
8.
Harrow's, yours was a +2 for your spell on me, right?
Correct.
Okay, yep, the other two do hit me.
Melora, you take 16 points of damage as 2 barbs drill you in the left and then the right of the chest.
Yikes. Ow.
Omniven, it is your turn.
Okay. Randall time.
I only got one shot, so yeah, I'm gonna
shoot this one.
Oh,
Damn it!
It's disadvantage, so it's gonna be 15. But I got a
15,
Nat 20.
15
But
hits.
I can't.
Roll me damage.
Let's go.
10
10
damage.
10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Omniven, you missed one and it goes to duck low. And as it goes to duck low, you put your blunderbuss right in its face and pull the trigger.
Is it dead?
It is not. Kanika, it is your turn.
Is it fucked up at least?
It is bloody. As
Okay.
green ichor is now pouring off in great streams. Not as bad as the ones on Death's Doorstep, but it's hurt.
Okay.
Alright, I am going to use a key point for Step of the Wind so I can disengage as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I believe my... Oh, no, never mind. Just so Brandon doesn't hit me.
I cannot.
Well,
Like, it's not
but,
like. Yes.
but Kanika would still do that.
For sure.
Yeah.
She's now treating you as if you are going to attack her.
Yes, that's fair.
Here. Hang on, let me just... Okay. And then... Oh, hang on, I'm too far away. Way to move. Whoops. Right here. I'm gonna throw a dart.
Alright.
I also did that so I could disengage as a bonus action, so that I could, like...
Sure.
Wait, please don't hit me.
Huh, am I...
No, I don't know you won't.
Can you
You're good.
Can you swing?
Unless you crit
can
fail.
you swing a little farther out this way because you are kind of shooting right through Ed's space?
Yeah, no, I can. I have 50 feet of movement,
Okay.
so I can go wherever. How's that?
That's better. You would be able to take a clean shot. That shot before was not clean, but that'll be just regular attack.
Okay. I also want to stay as far away as I can.
That is really quite fair.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Like someone.
That's 20 feet, because the range is 20 feet. So I'm just staying within 20 feet of it, but...
We'll just let Nathan tank it next round.
So that's a 24 to hit with my dart.
It hits. Roll me damage.
It's almost a nat 20. I rolled a 19.
Oh, shit. That hurts.
Ooh, max damage, though. That's 7 damage
Nice.
from my dart.
After you're kind of shaky after Henry has slashed you in the back, leaving a pretty deep gouge, but you're able to grab a javelin off your back, shake it off, hurl it, and watch it bury itself deep into the back leg of the manticore. It is Melora's turn.
I want to produce a flame and try and get him.
All right. You produce a flame. Try and get it.
All right, I rolled 21.
Hits. Roll me damage.
Fuck yeah! I get an 8.
8 damage. Melora, this thing kind of roars, and fire appears in your hand. And as it's roaring, you just poof, and watch it flame go into its mouth. As it burns on the inside, and it tries to scream, but it can't. Harros, it is your turn.
I shall be. Oh, she ran far away.
Sorry, I was scared.
Very good. I'm
The
just
dog chased the
gonna.
cat.
Yep.
I'm gonna run right here. Does that provide flanking?
That now does provide flanking. Roll with
Awesome.
advantage.
Yes, I am going to smack with my warhammer again.
All right, please do.
That one hit, but let's see if I get natural. No. Okay. I got a 21. And
21 hits.
I do 6 points.
Was that Megatron?
All right.
We didn't hear you. You went all Megatron.
I did, or Nathan did?
Nathan did.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh. Did it?
I wasn't sure if that was just me hearing go Megatron or.
21 hits. What'd you do for damage?
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. All right. You hit it with your warhammer. It is still standing.
Damn. I am. You know, I'm gonna. Actually, no. That'll be it.
All right. It is. He is dead. He's not there. Ed's turn.
Yo, I'm gonna hit a bitch.
All right. Roll the hit.
Advantage.
That's a nat 20, so I don't need advantage.
How would you like to do it, Ed?
I'm just gonna take the thing's head clean off.
You really like decapitating, don't you?
I do like decapitating, thank you.
Clean, precise, guillotine swing, and never saw it coming as you step beside it. And as you walk, sheathing your blade, its body crumples.
So
Alright, now we still have the problem of Brandon trying to
Quickly,
murder us all.
on my wisdom save, I rolled a 15.
I'll heal.
So right here where Henry is, he'll drop his greatsword, walk right here, take his claws, and dig into his stomach, hitting me, dealing myself 12 points of damage, and I am unconscious.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to him and try to heal him. Can anyone revive him?
I have only 5 points of healing.
I have
but-
chill touch.
Well, didn't we get a long rest?
I have chill.
Sorry.
Chill touch?
No,
Perfect.
not what I
Let's
meant, not what I
go.
meant.
Kill
I-
him!
Henry, death save.
Guys, we need to figure out who's gonna heal him.
I have
Yeah,
to
let's go over there.
No,
I
I can
failed.
heal him, but she can do. Okay, Melora, you spare the dying, and I will heal.
Alright.
Henry, death save.
I failed.
Melora, you cast Spare the Dying. As Henry is bleeding out, he stabilizes at 0 hit points. Get rid of those death saves, Henry.
You don't get rid of them. They stay through the day.
Did they stay through the day?
Yep. Spare the dying does not get rid of them.
Oh, wow.
What?
Okay.
And I am just going to use my lay on hands and kind of do a, 20 hit points.
All right. You do a Mr. Miyagi. It's a poor impression of Kanika's, but as you put your hands apart, blazing holy light, and you put it on Henry, and almost like a defibrillator, his chest rises. Henry, you're at 20 hit points.
How many times do I have to heal you?
What'd you say, Kanika?
Kanika's climbing up in a tree.
There
She's scared.
are plenty around. Even right there, you're easily able to get up in a tree. No more enemies are assaulting you. There's still the doorway.
Mending. The steel defender.
It's bad that I just really want to open up that doorway right now.
All right.
I want to know what it is.
Considering
I want to know what it is.
They said there's knowledge.
Omniben.
That's true.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at the Steel Defender stat block to see if you can mending it back, because I think it's like an hour-long process to bring it back from 0. But
No, it's just casting. When they died last time that they died, you did it where you cast the mending spell, which is a minute. And we when we were in the cavern with the Naga, because they completely got fucked up there. And all it says is return to life after 1 minute with all its hit points restored.
Give me. Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Cool.
Huh. I can't believe they made that official content. All right. So.
Really fast.
Yeah.
All right.
Not strong enough to carry that guy around.
After a minute, your Steel Defender is back to life with its hit points. Everyone, the door is still there. Kanika, you're up in a tree.
I want to open it.
Let's go in.
Henry's still kind of off in his own, not saying anything.
Kyle,
without his sword still on the ground, right here.
Kyle, you push open the door and you go down a long staircase with cool stone steps and ivy growing down the walls. And though you're going underground, lights.
Any writing anywhere or no?
Not right now.
Okay.
Light streams in from the sides. And as you walk down and down and down, you get the feeling that this place is very magical. Just something feels different about it. And as you walk down and get to the last landing, you come to aisles and aisles of books overgrown with ivy and roots. And that is where we're going to end the
Caitlin's
session.
fucking freaking out right now.
You're kidding me? We're leaving off right now, Mason?
Yes, we are leaving off right now, Caitlin. As you guys come to a scene of books and ivy and fungus, bioluminescence, and life everywhere.
Mason, is there a book on how to cook biscuits there?
There could be, Kyle. There could be.
Is there 50 ways to cook biscuits?
50 ways to cook biscuits, Mason?
Please.